Okay, what do you think? Sleepless in Seattle
Good movie.
or Saving Private Ryan? Bigger grossing movie for Tom Hanks.
That's
What do you think, Virginia?
Okay.
What do you say, Jay Bird?
SPR's the highest grossing.
Okay, what do you think, Virginia?
I do think it was Saving Private Ryan.
Okay, yeah, you're both correct on that. Yeah, that's his number 6, $217 million. His Sleepless in Seattle was $126 million.
Okay.
And that
Down at number 13.
That couldn't have cost that much money to make, right? It wasn't like there was all this special effects. They're in New York City falling in love, or they're in Seattle.
What? They're where?
I meant to say
Where
Seattle.
are they?
I said New York City. I'm not having a good Monday.
Dunkin' is the official coffee of the KVJ Show. America runs on Dunkin'. The KVJ Show is now live on 97.9 WRMF.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Well, hello. It is Tuesday. Welcome to the KVJ Show. What's going on, everybody? Yeah.
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah. Good seeing y'all. Here we go. Big old week ahead of us. Got lots of good stuff. In fact, I'm pretty excited about Thursday. Starting a little bit early for me. I'm going to be at Barrel of Monks in Boca. My favorite little hangouts. Cool little tap room there.
Nice.
Going to be selling those Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest tickets. It's kind of your first chance to get the discounted version.
What time does that go down?
5 to 7.
Wow, we're competing. That's when we do our butt chicken and seafood mukbang.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, KVJ competition.
Well, you know, people could actually come to Barrel of Monks and watch the mukbang there on their phones.
Wow, you're right.
Yeah, maybe we'll just have to throw up a live feed of that mukbang. I mean, because if we're looking for entertainment, we'll just do that. We could do a live viewing of the mukbang.
Oh, I'm ready, man. We are
Yeah.
ready to eat and entertain you.
Okay. I mean, we'll have to work on that then.
We signed one Vicious V, but I don't think she can make it on a Thursday.
It's tricky because I got the kids. Can my kids come?
They can for the mukbang. I know sometimes things get a little adult.
So for people that don't know, you're just going to be sitting there and eating Bud's Chicken and Seafood, and people can watch you eat.
We do a little bit different than a mukbang.
Okay.
We do the mukbang stuff, and this one's going to be better. The first one we didn't have the camera on the food. We really want to show off the food, and we do ours a little bit different because we do food topics within the talking and the eating and all that. A lot of these mukbangs, all they do is just eat, and they're kind of all over the place. It's really not structured at all.
Yeah, they just kind of schlop and
maybe talk.
Yeah, the one that my daughter watches, the girl's kind of funny, but she's like, I got some scrimps, and she's like, does. So my daughter's highly amused by just kind of watching her and just making disgusting noises.
So that's a good mukbang. That's a good one. But
Okay.
there's some that just eat and then they're off camera. They don't really talk. They're just eating, and it's weird. But they do very well for some odd reason.
People just watch that stuff, huh?
They do.
It just goes to show you we're lonely.
We are lonely and bored.
Man, so come on. If you find yourself just sitting there watching videos of other people eating, you need to come out to Barrel of Monks. I mean, good Lord. Come on, people. What are we doing? It's in Boca Raton, going to be there this Thursday, 5 to 7. We're doing discounted Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest general admission tickets, $40. While supplies last. I got to say that because one time we didn't say that and people freaked out when the tickets sold out.
How many tickets do you have?
I have to dig into this.
Okay.
I get hit with this kind of stuff, and I'm like, just start talking about it, and then I got to go walk around and try to find the person who's responsible. Like, no, that's Bob that's got it this week. And I go, hey, where's Bob? Bob's on vacation. Well, who's handling it for Bob? It's Sarah. Well, where's Sarah? Sarah's at lunch. Oh, good Lord. So that's kind of what my day
And
looks
then
like.
she got fired.
Yeah. Wait, Sarah got fired. Now, who's handling it now? Yeah, so that's kind of what my day is going to be, trying to get that answer. It'd be nice if it were convenient, Virginia, but that was the one important detail they did not include.
I hope you don't show up and you got like 10 tickets because they will eat you alive.
I know. That's and they don't care.
Oh.
They're just like, you deal with them.
That's the worst when you're at an event and there's not enough tickets there and there's more
I
people
know.
than tickets.
Yeah. So.
That happened to him already.
Oh, I know it. It's happened to all of us, and it's
Yeah.
horrible.
I had family in town starting last Wednesday. I got to admit, my eyes kind of been off the ball.
Uh-oh.
So here I come. They're leaving, flying out this morning. So I'm back to focus, Kev. So now I can figure out all these things. And I'm like going, boy, that's going to be a problem. Boy, that's going to
That's
be
gonna
a
be a
problem.
big
That one's going to
problem.
be a problem. Yeah. So I got a lot of things to do today. Today's going to be a very busy Tuesday for me. Got to kind of get caught up with the world.
Want to find the KVJ Show on social media? Just search KVJ Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Simple, huh?
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
I watched another one of those movies that caused anxiety while I'm watching it, but it was so well done and so good. Do you guys like those kind of movies that you're sweating and you feel like your heart's about to jump out, but it's still very good?
No.
There is this movie, Hotel Mumbai, and it's about the 2008 Mumbai attacks at the Taj Mahal in India. And I didn't realize that this was such a terrible terrorist attack. First of all, over 100 people died. And after watching the movie, I researched it and did some, Googled all what had happened. Do you guys remember when that happened? When people took over the Taj Mahal, terrorists, they had machine guns, they had people there for over, I think, like 24 hours they took it over.
Oh, really? No.
I know, and it was a big story. They made a movie about it. It wasn't that long ago, and we don't even remember it.
Jeez.
But if
I think it was buried below the Kim Kardashian sex tape.
probably 2008. Is that when the sex
I
tape
don't
came
know.
out? I'm sure something Kardashian trumped it. But yeah, man. But it was one of those movies where you're watching it and you feel like you're aging.
Because
But
it's real too.
it is
And
real.
that's what stresses me out. I don't go for entertainment with that.
It was so well done, Kev. I think you would really, really enjoy it. It's got that one dude, Army Hammer, in it. The other guy, and I forget his name, he was fantastic in the movie. Highly recommend it. And then there's another movie that I was watching that's the same kind of feel. There's that Ryan Reynolds movie where he gets buried alive. And
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Oh man, I had to stop it a couple times because I couldn't breathe watching it.
Yeah, see, the thing for me, I would put up with a stressful movie if it is kind of real to life and I'm kind of learning something from it. But otherwise, I'm like, what? I'm putting myself through stress for no reason.
The Hotel Mumbai, you should watch it.
I would
it's
watch
a
that,
real story,
yeah.
and it grips you.
I'll deal with stress if it's like going, okay, to understand what the people were going through and to get a little understanding of that story, because I don't know it.
At points, I had to hit pause and go down to the kitchen, get a little snack to kind of collect myself.
Yeah, that's too much for me. I'm sorry. I like to laugh and have a good time when I'm watching movies.
But movies can do that too. They can make you sweaty because they do that to me.
Absolutely. And if it gets to that point, my back like seizes up. And then I'm like, oh, my back hurts. If a movie
You
makes
throw
my
out your back watching a scary movie?
Yes.
That's how you know when you're old.
I will get tense. All my life I've been doing this.
I felt like I needed to make a whiskey.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Very highly recommend the movie though.
Okay. What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, tonight it's back, Jay Bird. Big Brother.
Oh, and I'm seeing some of the cast, and they look like they're going to be highly annoying.
Oh, yeah. They're all young, except for, they put the one old guy
The
in.
one old guy.
He
that's-
always gets eliminated on the first night. The first, anything physical challenge, he can't do it.
Yeah, the youngins always gang up on the old person on Big Brother, Kev.
That's how it works?
Yeah.
They're young.
That's just not fair.
They're hot. There's a lot of little cuties on this one.
That is the one thing that's changed with Big Brother. When I first started watching Big Brother, old people like us could get on and possibly win. Now they never have old people on
Never.
there.
They have the one guy, and he's early eliminated. So it's back on tonight. And tonight's like the fun ones when you see them in their hometowns and you see them getting the Big Brother key, and they're like, oh my gosh.
Last year, the oldest guy, Jen and Denny's, they're like, oh my gosh, how old is that guy? He's real old. And I found out the guy was 2 years younger than me.
Oh.
Damn. You millennials.
Oh, that's tough. That's cold,
I'm
man.
like, guys, he's 2 years younger than
That's
me.
cold. Dang. What I got on my mind here today, my parents were in town, and they actually brought something with them that they still had at their house. They said, hey, we found this box of baseball cards. I was like, no way.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, it's kind of interesting because I look at the years that this is happening. I was like 9 or 10 when I was collecting these, and I found them, and of course they were ridiculously organized.
I can tell you right now if they're worth something. From right now, it looks like you've got 87 tops right there, and it looks like you also have 88 tops.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely have 87 tops. Does it have the wooden frame, the bottom card you have?
Yeah.
That's 87 tops.
Wow, Jaybird knows, and I actually brought these in for you because these were some Braves players.
Do I see a Dale Murphy there?
You do, right at the top. There's
Wow.
Dale Murphy. Yeah, I saw that. Had that when I was a kid.
Tom Glavine, Hall of Famer, Virginia.
Yeah.
Glenn Hubbard, not very good, but had a lot of heart. Loved him.
Yeah.
Wow.
The rest of them kind of stink, but yeah, the first two were good.
That's so funny because this is the year, 87 and 88 was the year I started collecting baseball cards. These are the first ones I ever collected.
Wow. So it was just like, it was kind of a cool little walk back. And I was thinking, how many things from when you were 9 or 10? Because I sat down last night and I got sucked into it, and I took an hour I didn't have to organize baseball cards.
Good.
Because I thought my son was going to be into it. He looked at it, he's like, I don't know anybody in that. Yeah. But it was kind of fun for me because I was looking back and I found like an Ozzie Guillen, who used to be the Marlins manager when he was young and skinny, and Barry Bonds was in there, Jaybird's favorite player of all time.
That's
and,
not true. Don't say that, please.
Some stuff like that was in there when he was skinny and played for the Pirates. So.
Oh, he was very gaunt compared
Yeah.
to what he was when he retired.
But do you think there's anything, like, if you got a blast from the past from when you were 9 or 10 you used to play with regularly, you'd be going, wow, you could actually get sucked into again?
I mean, look who you're talking to.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Jaybird, yes.
Yeah.
I have a whole toy living room.
What were you playing with when you were 9 or 10, Virginia?
I still have, to this day, it's all raggedy. I'll bring it in here. My sticker album
Okay.
that I was meticulous about. I would count how many stickers I currently had. I would date it and
Okay.
sign it. There's a log
Yeah.
in the front, like a log of inventory of all my stickers, and then I would break it down. How many scratch and sniff? How many bubble? How many My Little Pony? Like, I had a whole thing going with these
Yeah.
stickers because it was my business too. Now,
Right.
don't forget,
Okay.
I sold stickers
Okay.
in middle school, and so I made a little cash on the side from selling stickers.
The stickers I collected, but I kept them on the card form, was the Garbage Pail Kids. And I put it up on Facebook. I said something about Garbage Pail Kids, and one of our awesome listeners dropped off all of their Garbage Pail Kids to me to have.
Wow.
And I offered to pay. She's like, no, Jaybird, you want them, you keep them.
Wow.
Garbage Pail Kid, a whole trunk full of them. Jennifer was her name.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Toy Kevin.
Yeah, it was kind of some fun stuff, and it's, probably for anybody else out there, if I got any word for you, is maybe talk to your parents and try to get a box of some of that stuff, because it's kind of weird. If it's been 10, 15, 20 years since you've gone through some of that stuff, it's really just kind of cool to see it again and kind of reconnect. And
I mean, these cards are 35 years old.
yeah, they are.
Wow, they look in great shape.
They are in great shape. They're not worth anything, but they're in great shape.
They're not worth
Nah,
anything.
kinda
87
curious,
tops
yeah.
are not worth much.
Actually, just out of curiosity, I wonder if you can find a value on
can't.
any of those cards real quick.
I can tell you they're not worth that much.
Maybe like 5 cents.
More than that, your Tom Glavine's
Okay.
going to be worth a little bit more, but 87 tops was so mass produced that it's just going to be all the tops from the mid 80s.
There was honestly a time in my life where I thought that was going to be my retirement. When I was like 9 or 10, I thought, okay, this is one day I'm going to be buying myself a fat car with this.
At 9 or 10, you were probably right because cards were they were big time money. They've gone down in price.
I think
Oh, okay.
Tops tried to make them. Tops probably put it out there. Everybody should buy these because they're going to be worth something someday.
No.
And you guys all did, and
Yeah.
now they're not.
I would say I went to about 1994. Upper Deck came out. You had Ken Griffey Jr. I'm kind of dorking out right now, but
He is.
that was the heyday of
See
these
the
cards.
excitement it brings up, Virginia?
It really does.
You just tap into that vein of childhood, and man, you're ready to go.
I could talk about the old days all day long.
Yeah. I was kind of curious, and this is fun. If you've got kids that are a little bit younger, and I would say probably, at 9, I was playing with baseball cards, so you actually had to buy stuff. But the one thing I think is great, and a great parenting tip, if you're a new parent and you got a kid that is, just a toddler or a baby even, here's the one key. You don't have to buy them good toys. In fact, don't. Do not buy them good toys. And the craziest thing you're going to find out, this is my life lesson for young parents, is get them like a cardboard box or a wooden spoon or something you got laying around, because it is the craziest things that kids will play with. they don't need anything, and the dollar store is your friend.
The dollar store is amazing because when they're little, they don't know the difference.
Yep.
So why spend $30 on a toy when you can spend $1?
What are the non-toys that you played with? Because I remember when I was a kid, my mom had a strainer, and for some reason I played with that. It was a hat. I would bring out the pots and pans, and I would set up a drum set. And I remember until I hit about 8 or 9, I don't know if I ever got a toy. I had wood blocks. I played in cardboard boxes.
When my dad was making those, the plaster of Paris tennis shoes, he was trying to invent his own tennis shoe, and he would use this plaster of Paris, and it kind of looked like he was making crack or cocaine. On the ground would be these little pieces of the plaster of Paris, and we didn't have that much money, so I'd take these little pieces and put eyes and noses on them, and they'd be my little figures. I'd make them into figures.
Okay,
and they were just little plaster of Paris rocks.
Those kind of toys are great because you're actually using creativity.
How was your vertical jump in those cement shoes?
It did not work out. They were very heavy. They
Yeah.
were very heavy.
They didn't get picked up by Nike. I noticed Nike's not done their own plaster of Paris shoes.
It was supposed to have a bouncing effect, kind of like on the moon where you hit the ball and you're like springing
It
up.
was just kind of heavy and cracked a lot.
We had to go back to the lab, and at that point, I think my mom was like, "You're not doing this anymore. We're
This is
wasting time."
You're making concrete shoes. You wore them in the ocean, you died.
But I made little figures out of it.
Okay.
I got an update on that Tom Glavine card. Your highest card in there.
How much?
It is worth $5.
Oh.
Is it really?
Your highest card is worth $5.
I actually think that's a win.
It is a win.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
I just gave you a Big Mac.
And that's on the higher level. It's probably realistically more like 3.
Probably okay.
You gave him a Big Mac, but you can't buy him a value meal.
I can't. No.
All right, if you had to say, young parents, if you've been through it, what are the top 5 best non-toys your kids play with? I would put cardboard box up there. I would put pots and pans and wooden spoon. That was my top 3.
Go old school. A stick. I mean, some kids can really waste a good couple hours with a stick.
Okay. All right. What would you say are the top 3 or 5? Let us know. 877-979-WRMF.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Now, talking about the fun little things that you play with when you were a kid, I found the old baseball cards that I used to play with when I was like 9 or 10. My parents brought them down. And I spent an hour going through them last night. I was just like, man, I forgot how great this was. Like, I could get into that a lot.
You put me in such a good mood by talking about all this stuff.
Yeah, it really, there's something to it. I think it's just good for you, man. If you go back and you not only have the memories, but I've realized, man, there's still a connection to that kind of stuff.
Nostalgia is a big thing, man.
Yeah.
It is. They
Yes.
do that for the elderly when they are in home. They try to surround them with stuff they feel nostalgic with. It does. It brings out this
Yeah.
optimistic perspective on things.
Just looking at those cards is really cool. And Jaybird was showing me, I didn't even realize that some of the Atlanta Braves cards, they were taking back the old Municipal Stadium, which was in West Palm Beach, where the Braves used to do their spring training, which is where the Home Depot is now.
Yeah, I think it is It's a church there now.
Isn't it the
Yeah.
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Witnesses
Yes,
churches
yes.
there. And that used to be the old arena.
Yes.
I think it was at the Ice Dogs or something like that used to play.
So back in the day, where the Jehovah Witness Center's at right now, they used to have the wrestling show up there. From back, like Hulk Hogan and Iron Sheik would go down there
Really?
yes, it was
Okay.
it was a big deal.
Wow.
That is kind of a big deal. Kind of the equivalent of baseball cards that seem like they're going to be worth a ton of money and they just absolutely fizzled. Somebody said, yeah, my Beanie Babies. Remember when Beanie Babies, I remember some of them were going for like $500 or $1,000, something like that, and something happened and the bottom just fell out of them and they're like worthless now.
The big one was that Princess Diana Beanie Baby,
Right, yeah.
and that was worth a ton of money. I wonder if that's still worth money.
Yeah, I think they've pretty much lost it. Somebody said, yeah, my Beanie Babies pretty much are worthless now, but my 5-year-old pulled them out and loves playing with them now. And there's something about that. Like my son Cannon was, and my wife told me, yeah, he's up playing with the cards this morning. So, it's kind of cool, when your kids play with the same stuff that you did at that age, and you're like, that's kind of neat,
That person may be off. When's the last time they checked about their Beanie Babies? If you go on eBay and look up Beanie Babies, depending on what kind they
Some of them
are,
are still worth a lot of money.
There's one that's worth $24,000. So yeah,
Is it the Princess Diana one?
It is.
Is it purple?
It is purple. Is that the Princess Diana?
I think the Princess Diana Beanie Baby is the one that's worth money.
It is. It's the $20,000 from 1997, and it is not that good looking of a stuffed animal.
Yeah, people said I got the same thing with the Pokemon cards.
Some of them are worth money, though.
Okay. Yeah, so there's not only the stuff that you had to pay for and play with when you were a kid, but a lot of it even when you were younger. And I think probably when you get to be around 7, 8, 9, somewhere around there, you start to lose, or you can give kids just anything to play with, and they're going to be entertained for hours. But what were those things, the non-toys that you played with as a kid or that your kids play with now? Somebody texted and said, yeah, my son loves playing with the empty paper towel roll. I remember that. I used to get so excited when we run out of paper towns. I'd be going, oh, I'd have those. And you're like, be a horn or a megaphone. Or
it's called a doot-to-doot.
Yeah, it was a doot-to-doot. Yeah, and I love those things. A lot of cardboard box forts and stuff like that. They're saying kids today still love playing with that. My 3.5-year-old son sits in my laundry basket and draws on it with a marker and calls it his story box.
Oh,
that's fun.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, laundry little carts are good.
All I have to give Rocco is the garden hose, and he's good for about 30 minutes.
That was the poor man's swimming pool back in Lake Park was the hose.
The hose.
Yeah.
Yes. He loves to run around and just play in the hose.
We would get trash bags and make our own makeshift kind of like slip and slide with trash bags, but it never
But
worked.
the trash bags never stayed flat.
No.
You always ended up in the grass with like mud on you.
Big time.
Mm-hmm. Chalk and rocks.
Big.
Hopscotch for hours, yeah.
That's a big one.
That's from
Yes.
Michelle Plantation.
You actually didn't sometimes need chalk. You take a rock and you could still make your own little hopscotch.
Yeah, rocks were a lot of fun. We would do crazy things with rocks. We'd just stack them. This is so much fun.
But it probably was fun.
It was. For hours on end, stacking rocks. So he said, yeah, then we loved talking into the fan. Then as we got older, we'd play Darth Vader and curse into it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun as well. Yeah, it really is. Hey, in a time where you're trying to like find anything to occupy your kids, you'd be surprised. Sometimes it just takes a little creativity and unplug them and just throw them down with an empty roll of toilet paper or something like that.
My oldest sister, Tina, used to take shoe boxes and she'd make a little hole out of them and she'd make little comic strips and then take a flashlight and she'd take us in the closet and do our own little movie with the comic strip. And it was, as a 9-year-old, it was fun.
Yeah.
It got a little weird when I was 17.
Yeah, it worked out. Apparently, slang is not that different from one generation to the next, at least according to this recent study that they had on positive or favorable words that you use. If you want to say that something is positive or favorable, what do you say, Virginia?
I don't know. It's pleasant. It's good. It's awesome.
Awesome.
Okay. Awesome for you? Yeah, awesome is the number one word pretty much across all generations. You say baby boomers, Gen Xers, millennials. That is one of the biggest words. There are 3 that pretty much all 3 generations share.
Awesome is a good word to use, but if you say totally awesome, I think you date yourself. If you add the totally on there, you sound
Very 80s.
Yeah.
You're a Gen Xer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of the other 2 words?
Amazing.
Amazing. No.
Outstanding.
Outstanding? No. Give you one more guess. What do you think, Virginia?
Fabulous.
No.
Amazeballs.
Amazeballs? No. Awesome, cool, and nice. 3 words standard across all generations. They say they all pretty much use them.
I like the word neat, too. Ah, it's so neat.
Then that is kind of that is big for the baby boomers and Gen Xers. Neat. You start to date yourself. Well, millennials actually kind of use that too. That actually is one of the top words as well. So neat was up there.
Okay, what if you say something like, oh, that was so fire, that was sick?
Then you're younger.
Definitely younger.
Or you're an old guy trying to sound young.
The words that kind of separate the generations, because awesome, cool, nice, neat, pretty standard across all. But if you want to kind of date yourself, the words to say something positive or favorable, for baby boomers, they'll use superb. That was more of a boomer term. For Gen Xers, wicked is kind of your term that kind of dates you. For millennials, they say it's dope.
I don't know. I said dope growing up. Dope was a big word for us.
Yeah, I'm just telling you what they said survey-wise. They said that more millennials will use that.
Are you
than will
arguing?
It always does.
I'm just saying, dog.
You can't accept Kevin's truth.
You could be the exception.
We used the word dope. It was lit.
I have a feeling you didn't use lit.
No, I'm saying lit's
You hang out with Denny's a lot, so the dope is lit.
Yeah,
No.
the dope is always lit.
If you're a Gen Xer, the term dope was a popular thing. Y'all are old, so you guys don't get it.
Yeah, they said dope was more with millennials that you would see, according to the research that they did. So that seemed to be the word that stuck more with millennials. So yeah, Gen Xers was wicked, dope for millennials. And they say if you're younger than that, the ones that kind of set you apart is lit, fire, sick, and Gucci.
Yeah, what was the one you said that generation? What was the one you said that my generation uses for that? You just said
What was it?
You said dope, and then what was the other one?
Neat was the one?
No, you just said. I'm sorry, I can't remember what you just said.
Oh boy.
You just said the word. I can't remember it.
Awesome, cool, nice, neat, wicked.
Wicked.
Okay.
Did you guys use Wicked growing up?
Wicked is a geography thing for me. I think a lot of people, like, in certain areas of the country use Wicked.
Yeah,
Wicked's not a big South thing. Nobody from the South says Wicked.
Never used Wicked. We said dope, never Wicked.
No, I don't think wicked was much for us. Boston, all the time.
Yes.
That's a big, so maybe it's more of a New Englander
Maybe.
thing, too.
Nobody in the South says Wicked. I think it's cute. I like it. And the first time I heard somebody say it, it was a person from Boston. And I was like, oh, I like that. That's kind of fun.
Wicked smart.
Yeah, that would make sense. Virginia, you look wicked hot.
Because I'm a witch.
Yeah, so that's what they say are the big things that set slang apart. Yeah, some of the other ones, somebody said, I hate the term Gucci. The term Gucci is terrible.
How would you use it? Use it in a sentence.
It's like another way of like saying good.
That
Like,
dress
now I'm Gucci.
That's so
They'd
annoying.
be like, would you like something to eat? No, I'm Gucci. They'd be like, wait, what?
Would this work? Oh man, this pizza is so Gucci.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to use it, so I can't even tell you.
We're looking to you because
are.
I've actually heard your daughter use it.
Yeah, no, she is using it, and every time I cringe, I'm like, ugh.
And I don't know how to use it, so I'm not going to use it.
Well, the first time I was like, I think that's kind of how I use it. I'm like going, hey, would you like that? I said, no, I'm Gucci. I'm like, you're what? And I was like, oh. I'm like, one day you're going to regret saying that. And one day you'll be embarrassed that once upon a time you used to say it that way.
They're probably gonna shorten it up. I'm so Gooch. I'm Gooch.
Well, I think that's why when you look at awesome, cool, because those just don't change. That's just standard.
They stand the test of time.
Yeah, it's not going out on a limb. You're not being anything too crazy. Gucci's going out on a limb. Fire lit. That's kind of going out on a limb.
You'll feel stupid in a few years about the Gucci thing.
So if I use this in a sentence, am I saying something's awesome or am I saying something's crazy? Man, this moment is so tubular. That would be what? Awesome or, oh no, it's whack.
I think it's stupid.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably a better word.
Tubular means stupid, or are you just saying that I'm stupid?
No.
I can't tell.
I like the latter.
There's one term that I like from my generation, rad, which I really wish, like, if I could bring a word back, I want rad.
Rad's
be out there
awesome.
a lot more. I love rad.
And I also like gnarly. Gnarly's good.
Rad and gnarly. I get it. Yeah, I'll go with you on that. I'm cool with either one of those.
Summer Rick and Kevin's having a blast. Summer Rick and Kevin's tricking that ass. I met a boy who is so Ricky. It's Kevin Ralston, his eyes are beady. KVJ is living through Ricky days, and the audience thinks it's not right. Oh well, oh well, oh well, oh Rigged! Summer of Rick doesn't make me feel fine. Kevin Ralston's messing with our minds. It was the summer of Ricky Kev, oh no. It's been one day since you rigged a game. The Kevin Ralston's Ricky ways are to blame. It's lame and you'll never change. The Ricky outcome is always the same. Rig days we're living in. He'll stab you in the back with a smuggy grin. Today he's rigging games. It's the summer of Rick and he is so smuggy. It's the summer of Rick and he is so smuggy. It's the summer of Rick and he is so smuggy. Summer of Rick. Back. Ricky Ralston, such a douche. A douche.
All right. I got some birthdays going on here today. Big ol' shout out and a happy birthday to Linda Cardellini. You guys know who she is?
I do, yes.
I'm a big fan of hers, yeah.
She's been around for a while.
She actually has. She was in the Avengers movies. She played the guy with the bow and the arrow's wife. What was this, Hawkeye? Is that him? Yeah.
Hawk face.
I don't know, something
Hawk
like that.
got me.
Yeah. She was also on Bloodline, my show. There was Shot in the Keys.
Okay.
So I loved her on that. And she also was Velma on the Scooby-Doo live-action movies they did.
Yeah, if you look at all of her movies, you'd recognize a bunch of stuff she's been in.
Mm-hmm. She's 44 today. Ricky Gervais is turning 58 today. So big ol' happy birthday to him. Also, happy birthday to Mike. You're the best thing ever happened to us. Rachel Destiny and Kiggy Cat. Okay.
Kiggy and you're Riggy.
Kiggy and Riggy. Yes. Also, happiest birthday wishes to Sophia. We can't believe you're 11. Love you, Mom, Dad, and Oliver. And also Angela from Lake Worth. She said she's been having a tough few months. Mother had been sick and took a downturn in February and then passed away. And she said, I've been a listener for quite a long time, going way back. Got some weird Wednesday memories. And she just wanted to say that my son's 15th birthday went down, and happy birthday to Oren. It's a little belated shout out, so there you go.
Happy
Nice
birthday.
email. Thank you, Angela.
Thinking of you.
Appreciate that. So you got a birthday wish you want to send to us? Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. We'll get that for you.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Well, for the summertime, we brought our sudden death back, a challenge for the person who draws the lowest playing card, and we've also brought a new little hitch with this as well, where the person who draws the lowest playing card has one pass for the entire summer where they can actually flip, and the person who had the highest card is the person who has to do the challenge. This might be a good week if we do this to use that card.
I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, it's going to be awful and uncomfortable, but nothing that's going to jeopardize our career.
Are you kidding?
I am not kidding.
Okay, I'm going to let everybody make their case on this, and then we'll decide, is this something that we should do or not? Now, one of our listeners had given us the idea that somebody here on the show should have to wear full clown makeup for, an event that we have, something coming up. But, if we talk about cocktails and karaoke or something like that, you're not going to love it, but being on stage in front of our listeners is not that big of a deal in clown makeup.
You're on stage, so if you're being goofy on stage, it's really not that big of a deal.
It's a home team. They know you, and they
Yeah.
expect you to do silly stuff.
So this idea actually might play really well today. Now, we, around January, were bought by a new company. And we're still in that phase where we're getting to know everybody. And at this point, we've met everybody once or twice, and they all seem really awesome and nice. Well, the person who is pretty much the head of our part of the company is going to be in town tonight for a dinner with us. And we're going to really get to know them for the first time. Now, we've met them.
Briefly.
And
a
they've
couple
been
times, and they've been nice. And they
super nice.
Even kind of goofy with us as
Yeah,
well.
Right. And fun.
And fun.
But this is taking it quickly to another level. We haven't really sat down and had longer than a 3-minute conversation. So if we took that clown makeup idea tonight and the loser has to wear that for dinner with our new corporate head, would that be a good sudden death challenge? Or is it jeopardizing where they're like, first impressions, and my first impression of the show is they don't take anything serious? That was not the way to start off the relationship.
They've already met us, so they kind of they got a feel of who we are. Our head boss knows I'm kind of goofy anyway.
Yeah.
She was making fun of me for having to close the blinds here on the 5th floor. She's got a great sense of humor. I like when bosses are like that.
And that's fine, too. When bosses are making fun of you, it's great. But the thing about this meeting tonight, and let's not diminish the fact that she is the CEO of the company.
Yeah, she is.
You don't get any bigger than this.
Nobody higher up in the company. She's it. She bears the name of the company in her last name.
And she is a person who has been in this business forever.
Yep.
I don't want to ever show up for a meeting and be disrespectful in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, she came in here and she ribbed Jason a little bit, and we met her once in another big forum meeting, and she seemed cool and nice. But what if we sit down and one of us has on clown makeup and she takes it as a disrespectful thing, or it falls flat even, and it's just like, oh, why did we do that?
I mean, it's not the first
Is
time.
it worth it?
I mean, there's been so many bits I've been involved in that fallen flat. I'm so used to it. It's not going to be that big of a deal for me.
But the price could be so great compared to the payoff of it just falling flat and not being that funny.
I got a different perspective on this. I think a good boss would say, you know what, this is a goofy show. They love what they do. They love their craft. They're getting us involved with their goofiness. It shows that we're all part of the family and they know our brand and what we're all about.
We're going to a fancy restaurant.
Yeah, we are. It's going to be a nice place.
And it's just going to be like, we don't take this serious. We're just a bunch of goofballs. We can't be goofballs on the radio and then have a business meeting where we take things seriously. And I don't know if that's the impression I want to leave on the CEO of the company.
Yeah, I guess moving to Quest, you kind of lost your heart a little bit, but that's all right.
I'm all about goofy and being a dummy when it's appropriate. I don't think it's appropriate tonight at this dinner with the CEO at a fancy restaurant.
We do a goofball morning show. She knows our act. This is about the people and the listeners, and it's what we do. We make uncomfortable moments.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm really kind of all over the place, and it's interesting because I had some enthusiasm about it, and I felt like Jaybird. I was talking through it. I ran it by the Mexican Queen last night. I was like, okay, so what do you think? She's like, I don't know. She was kind of underwhelmed. She's like, the place where you're going to eat, it's kind of dark. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it. You may not get good video out of it. It just really might fall flat. Yeah.
If it falls flat, we did all this and jeopardized it with her for nothing. I mean,
how is it going to fall flat? If first of all, again, she knows our show, and again, if Kevin, let's say Kevin doesn't lose because he's riggy and he's not going to.
Okay.
He explains it in his Kevinly way.
I just don't want that for any of us. I mean, I really don't want it for me, but I also don't want it for Kevin because I want her to look at us and respect us and know that we respect her. And if you show up for a meeting and you don't know the person you're meeting very well and you disrespect them and they take it the wrong way, you can really mess up a relationship from that first note.
We absolutely do respect her. We think she's a fantastic boss.
But we don't know how she's going to take that. We don't know if she is. I don't know anything about her personality other than she came in here and joked with Jason for a quick 30 seconds and ribbed him, which I did appreciate. Anybody who ribs Jason, I'm a fan.
Yep. So this is kind of where it is, and people are really torn on this. It's kind of interesting just reading the comments that are coming in right now, whether people think this is a good idea for a sudden death for today or not. Somebody texted in and said, "Suck it up, Virginia. It's an awesome sudden death." The very next text says, "Not too risky, and it doesn't involve the listeners." Next.
It does involve the listener. First of all, it's a listener idea.
No, it doesn't. We're there by ourselves. Listeners aren't there.
Hold on. I'm not done. Listeners gave us the idea. We take video, we take pictures, we put that on social media. Listeners comment. They absolutely are involved in this. And they're giving opinions. They're totally involved.
Tonight should be serious. Prank next time. I never thought I would say this, but I agree with the witch.
Someone's saying ask Leo. I'm going with my gut. I do not at all think this is a bad idea. I would never give you advice on something that would make our show look terrible.
Let's ask Leo.
Virginia's still got that Miami hang up. She is still afraid we're going to get fired.
I'm always going to have that fear because I've been fired more than you.
No, you haven't. I've been fired 3 times in my life. How many times have you been fired?
From radio.
Okay, well, that's different.
Try harder, Jaybird.
I've burned many bridges and learned many lessons.
Well, I think you're overthinking it, but honestly, I don't care what we do. Whatever's going to make y'all happy, I think you're overthinking it.
Somebody did text in. I did think about this last night, and this was my one thought. Like, okay, what if our CEO is deathly afraid of clowns? And she has a clown phobia, and we show up. She's like, ah! But she's trying to hold it in because she don't want to say anything. She's like, I want to really sit with these guys and talk, but I'm freaking out the entire time. I'm sitting across the table from a clown.
It's such a pivotal year for us, too. Like, come on.
You know how I feel, Kev.
Okay. All right. So this is kind of where we are. This is definitely a risky call here.
I think
Too risky. It's dumb.
we're not going out there and running around the restaurant with an axe and killer clown. It's a goofy radio stunt for a bit we do every single week. She's been in radio. She's been in radio for a long time. She gets it.
I'm sure she gets it. I'm sure she's cool. But what if she's not? What if she doesn't think it's funny? What if it falls flat and now we're just dumb?
It is a definite risk.
What if
It's risking a lot.
What if
she thinks we don't take her seriously? She thinks we don't take this job seriously. I don't know what she's going to think.
We play her this audio. Clearly, we take it seriously because we're talking about it, we're debating it, we're thinking about it. We're also thinking about our audience. We're not trying to disrespect her. I mean, I think we're actually really thinking it out big time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel good.
Okay, we're going to see what the listeners have to say on this. And I think, should we do this on, I don't know, some people are saying 5 calls says it all. We could do that, or we could do, should we do a Facebook poll instead? Let that
5 calls says it all's really got the riggy vibe to it.
Well, that's the thing.
That can be rigged.
It's the summer of rig, though.
Is that large enough of a sample size? You're right. It could be rigged one way or the other.
Right.
Is 5 calls enough?
Look, here's my whole thing. Virginia clearly does not want to do this. Now, at this point, if we do it, the whole night's going to be a big fart in the air. Let's not do it. Let's not do it.
Okay.
I don't think we should do it now. I think we all need to be on board with this.
I just want this. I want this boss to just like us and love us. And I don't want to do anything that could possibly put that in jeopardy. And who knows? She may think it's the funniest thing ever.
Yep.
But what if she doesn't?
Big gamble.
What if she doesn't think it's funny?
I don't think it's a big
And
gamble.
we're going into a very important year.
Okay.
Yeah, but it'd be all right. Stop.
Okay. That's where we are. We've heard everybody's cases. Some of the comments have been rolling in. Got to say, probably a majority right now are saying this is stupid. Don't do this.
Don't do it. Not even what the audience is saying. We can't do it now because Virginia is that against it. And I think when one of us is so against something to the point where it's going to get weird, we just should not do this.
I'm just trying to save you from yourselves, too, because I don't want clown makeup. You know how I feel about clown makeup and doing any kind of silly stuff on my face out in public. I don't like it. But I also don't want it for any of you because I want you to be taken seriously. It will make me sad if I have to put clown makeup on you, Jason, to go to this dinner tonight.
Well, you would never do my makeup, first of all. I would not have you do it.
I've done your makeup before. Don't be all sassy on the radio.
I'm not being sassy.
I'd
Denny's
probably be
would
the one that had
Denny's
to do
would
it.
do my makeup.
I would go get the makeup and do it
Denny's
like
would-
I always do.
Oh, because you...
Don't be so sassy on the radio.
Whatever. You've made a career being sassy on the radio. Now you're making a career being all scared on the
Don't
radio.
try to take my
Taking
job.
her act, yes.
Don't take my
Oh, yeah.
act.
You bought all of those costumes in the costume.
I usually buy all the makeup. I've bought 90% of the makeup that we've used for any bits doing makeup on this show. Yes, I have the receipts.
That's absolutely insane. I have bought so much makeup for the show.
Okay, Denny's going to put up a Facebook poll. We're going to let it run for exactly 1 hour.
And we'll fist fight during commercial.
And I'm looking at all the comments. Like somebody says risk equals high, reward equals meh. So that's what somebody's saying. Does the risk equal the reward? Like, okay, is the payoff even worth it? Like sometimes, and that's how a lot of times I make decisions. Yes, it could be risky, but boy, that payoff would be bam, dynamite. And maybe the
Well, what do you
reward's
think?
got to be higher.
Is the payoff going to be dynamite?
What does he think? It was his idea. He
It's
loves
my
it.
idea. I loved it. Yeah. But I got to admit, I'm like Jaybird. I got like, it went over like a fart in church with the queen. And she's like, that's stupid.
Well, I'm Team Queen.
Yeah.
And we're women, and the CEO is a woman.
to me and Bert kind of think it's good. And
Here we
Denny's think
go.
it's
Let's make it a
bad.
sex thing now. She's a woman.
Well,
You can't-
it's the way it's
I'm
lined
just
up.
giving you some female insight. That's
Okay.
all.
All right. Well, we're going to take
Isn't she in
Facebook.
town? Why don't we get her on the phone? Let's
She's
ask
not
her.
in town. She arrives later today.
Let's get Leo in here.
Okay. We'll We'll try to get Leo on as well and get his thoughts on it.
But we definitely
he might right away be going. He's going to decide with don't do it.
just let's not do it. Let's just not do it.
I'm going to get what the people say. I want to see what the ratios are on this because right now it looks like Virginia's winning at least the text comment war.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
doom and gloom over here.
It's not doom and gloom. I'm trying to save you.
Okay. 877-979-WRMF. We'll get some thoughts on that. Got the poll, so you can go to the KVJ Show Facebook page. Sudden death idea that we had. New CEO is going to be in town having dinner with us tonight. One of our listeners suggested, hey, I got an idea for one of your sudden deaths. the loser has to wear clown makeup to an event that would be rather embarrassing. We said, okay, wow. Yesterday it hit me. I'm like, this would be the perfect one. If we did the clown makeup bit, this would be great. The loser wears clown makeup to dinner tonight with our new CEO.
I will give it to you. This would be the pinnacle of where to do the stunt.
You're right. You can't beat it.
You can't beat the first time you've ever sat down face to face with the CEO of the company and shared a fancy dinner at a fancy place.
There's no need to even debate it anymore. I know in my heart what's really going to happen. We're not doing the clown bit. I know we're going to get social media feedback, but at the end of the day, we're all going as regular people.
Okay.
I know that.
Well, Denny's is putting up the Facebook poll. Just want to see what the numbers are. I'm just kind of curious where it is. I'm reading the texts as they're coming in. It's hard to, tell.
And I'm not at all. I mean, if we do it or if we don't do it, I don't care. I'm not really mad over here. I am mad that Virginia doesn't think I buy enough makeup for the show, but that's a different. It's a different argument, Kevin.
So you would do the makeup, Virginia, yourself. You would have the clown makeup, and you'd be the one to apply it.
It was going to probably be Denny's, honestly, because we're pressed for time.
Yeah. Okay.
Or if Denny's wins.
Well, I think what happens is you got to show up to dinner tonight as you are, because you got to get dressed and everything, put your shirts on, things like that. You don't want to mess up your clown makeup, and then we'd have to just meet early before the dinner to put the clown makeup on.
Well, if I was to have lost, Denny's would have done mine, and vice versa. And I'm not sure who would have done yours. And I mean, who would have done yours? Panda?
I would have done my own.
Yeah, I mean, you can do your own clown makeup.
Sure you can.
Yeah,
absolutely. Hey, Denny's, would you bring me the cards? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you got enough balls to do this, Wrongston.
Maybe I do, maybe I don't.
Please don't. Please
I'll tell you
tuck your balls right now and do not do this.
2004, Kevin would have done it, but we know he's dead.
Okay.
Please have some sense about you.
Well, let's just see. I mean, let's just play this out and see what could possibly happen.
I remember when I got on the show, we used to shake it up a lot.
So what's going on right now?
We're just seeing what would happen.
Are we doing this or not?
Oh, the witch is coming on.
I need you to tell me what's going on.
I just like this. I like the stress.
Are we doing
going
this?
on in Virginia right now in the summer of Rig?
I'm not picking a card.
Man.
I am not picking a card.
She's not picking a card.
I do not want to play this game.
The summer of Rig is in effect.
Oh, this is a big one here.
I don't want you to pick a card either.
Okay.
I'm picking a card.
Keep in mind what's
I like taking risks in life, baby.
Yeah. What's fun about this one too is we've got that you can do the whole flip thing. So.
Oh, I mean.
You took away my flip.
Oh man. Tell you what, the summer of Rig is really tearing people apart.
Shut up, pig. Rig and pig.
I'll tell you, summer Rig hasn't been a Swiss picnic for me either.
I've actually enjoyed it. I don't know what you guys. I've fully enjoyed this summer so far. Okay, Virginia, working on picking a card here.
If I pick this
sudden death
card,
punishment,
does this mean I'm doing this?
You are an independent woman. You don't have to do anything Riggy says.
This is definitely under protest. I think this is a ridiculously stupid career move.
We're just saying, what if? What if?
I think having the dirt of the
happened?
day 3 times a show is a stupid career move, but what the hell do I know?
Oh, Virginia is so.
It's nice to see the witch a
She's
little
nervous.
nervous.
She's a little, yeah.
Ever since you sent that text yesterday, I've been upset.
Virginia's been stressed, yeah.
It was so funny. Me and Denny's were in the same room when you sent that text out, and we both at the same time go, oh, Virginia does not like this side. Just by your text, we go, she's not playing. She hates it. I even told Denny's, I don't think we're doing this. We're not going to do this. I know we're not.
I was like, okay, I can't fight with them too much via text, so let me just send them a picture of a clown crying emoji.
We knew
and
it.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I could tell you are not into it.
Not into it.
Let me see here. Just kind of getting people's vibes on this, whether or not this is a good idea. As Virginia will take another 10 minutes to draw her card. Ed here from Lake Worth. Do you think this is a good idea to wear clown makeup tonight when we meet the new CEO?
Listen, I think it's a phenomenal idea. You guys have been doing bits like this for a long time, and this is the reason that you guys are still very popular on the show. Virginia, I can't believe you're selling out. You got to be able to stick by your guns and do what you've been doing for a long time and stop being so afraid. You're not going to lose your job. This CEO person, I'm certain that she listens to the show, and that's the reason why she's also proud to be the CEO of this company. You guys need to do what you guys are good at. and this is what you guys are good at.
I agree with this guy. This man's very
Okay.
good. I like this guy.
Strong argument.
It's a real strong argument.
Okay.
He's got good points. You got to admit that at least.
He did make some good points. I agree with some of the stuff that he said, but I don't think that she is as familiar with our show as we may think she is. This is the CEO of many, many stations.
Yep.
Big, huge markets. They just acquired us in January. I would be surprised if she knew our show. Will you stop it over there?
I had a dream that Virginia was saying the same thing she said 11 times already.
All right, work on that card over there, Virginia. I got a couple more calls here.
I don't know if I can pick it, Kevin. My hand won't let me pick a card.
Meredith in the chat room says this. If you draw, you play.
See? That's what I think. She's right. Meredith, you're right.
That's a Riggy comment right there.
Kevin is on here from Oklahoma City. The sudden death punishment, should we go through with it, is one loser is wearing clown makeup to meet the new CEO tonight. Kevin, is this a good idea or a bad idea?
No, this is a bad idea. Virginia's absolutely right. Like, the timing of it's just off. You guys, you're not as familiar with her because they're new owners of the company. Every day, like I was telling today, I'm in the risk benefit field because I'm in the medical field, and every day is about risk benefit. This particular case, the benefit just does not outweigh the risk.
Thank you.
I mean, I would hold off and just get to know her better. The timing's just off. It's not the right time.
Okay. All right.
So funny how people.
He's in risk benefit.
Oh yeah,
That's his job.
Of course, he's going to be more on the safer side of life. Of course. Now let's talk to a daredevil. Let's get a stunt guy on.
Scott's on here from West Palm. Is this a good idea, bad idea, Scott?
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing? I'm director of operations at my company, and I think it's a bad idea, strictly looking at it from a business perspective. The reason I think it's a bad idea is, one, you got to look at the atmosphere. The atmosphere places everything. If you're going to a nice restaurant, upscale, you're going to be with upscale people. The idea behind it with the clown makeup and everything, that's phenomenal. But the placement, I believe it's going to backfire on you. The reason for that, you walk inside a fancy restaurant, you might have people that are spending a lot of money that don't want to look at it, because perception is a lot of things. Now, you get kicked out of the restaurant, now you're sitting out front, and then you got other people. It's going to be a nicer neighborhood, I'm assuming. Somebody can call the cops, blah, blah, blah. On top of that, I'm just saying that my personal opinion, no, I wouldn't do it just because of that. You could create it would be great for the show. It would.
Well, I mean, that's what we get paid for.
Bad idea.
Great for the show, bad for your career.
Okay. Yeah, somebody else texted in, said, I'm a CEO and I love having a good time with employees, but not when I'm hosting a semi-serious dinner. I would take a lot of offense regardless of your show. I wouldn't fire you, but when it came to raise time, you would not get what you're looking for. That's for sure.
Okay.
Gosh, I don't want to work for that person. That's for sure. Virginia, we're not doing it. Quit getting so upset. We're not going to do it.
You've already drawn a card.
No, because at this point now, you're so uncomfortable with it. There's no way we're doing this. I mean, okay, I got my card. Oh, I got an 8. Oh, look at that. I'm not going to be dressed up as a clown.
Mm-hmm. Dennis, did you draw a card yet? Draw your card.
He did not.
Okay. Jaybird is drawn. He's drawn an 8.
I'm in the middle, baby.
Dennis has drawn his card. Will Virginia draw a card, yes or no?
Unless Kevin goes full on heel and says, nah, Virginia, we're doing this. It's the summer of Rig, and I don't give a crap. We're not doing this.
Mm-hmm.
If I draw a card, does that mean we're doing it?
I have
no
no
idea.
idea.
It does not.
All right.
No, it does not.
Just then,
I would not do it to you.
devil's advocate, we'll see how it would have gone down.
I want to see where this would go.
Oh, gosh.
Because I'll let you know right now, I drew a 7.
I have an 8.
So I'm the loser right now. It would be me in the clown makeup.
Oh, with those beady eyes, you're right.
Okay, Denny's, what card did you happen to draw over there? See whether you do.
Oh, wow.
Denny's has an ace. So Denny's has the high card. I have the low card. Virginia, what do you have?
Imagine that.
Please give.
The summer of Rig, let me just say, is in full freaking effect.
What do we have, Virginia?
I have a 5.
Tears of a clown.
Okay. Virginia has the lowest
Tears
card
of a
and
clown.
no.
Oh, I'm not shocked.
Everybody loves a clown.
I'm
Well, why
sure-
don't you?
Now a lot really rides on this Facebook.
I am sure you planned this.
Okay.
Send
Facebook.
in
You
the
got your little
clown.
Denny's to give you all higher cards than me. I know how you work.
Send in the clown.
Okay. All right. Wow. It would be Virginia.
Oh, Ricky, you're good.
Okay.
Ricky, you are. It is the summer of Rick.
What are your thoughts? Great idea for sudden death or the worst idea ever? Go to Facebook and the KVJ Show to let us know.
Good news. I have a bunch of clown makeup that I did buy, Kevin. Virginia thinks I didn't buy makeup. I have
set? You're good?
ton of it.
I don't want your dirty makeup. I would buy fresh makeup.
Okay, we'll see what the audience has to say about this. A couple of comments are sudden death idea, new CEO in town tonight, and a listener idea to wear clown makeup in a very embarrassing situation, and this would be it. We just played it out, see what would happen. I don't know what we'll do, but amazingly, Virginia lost, and she doesn't have the flip card thing.
It was a tough break for everyone involved. I didn't want to see her
It's been a
lose.
strenuous morning. It really
What
has.
are you more of right now, Smuggy or Riggy?
It's both. It's Ruggy.
It's that's his hair.
Ruggy. Or Smiggy. One of the two.
No,
Smiggy.
sure, yeah.
When he's because you're right. There's sometimes when he's just Smuggy and then he's just
Yeah.
But right now he's
He's
Riggy
both.
and Smuggy.
He's both.
yeah.
Yeah, I just don't really know.
He is Smiggy.
Yeah. Somebody did text in, just part of the argument as we're getting the votes on the KVJ Show Facebook page. What better way to get to know the boss in your true form from the show? It's funny and always about us, the listeners. This will be a classic bit. And I'm the CEO of my company, and I love it. So another CEO countering the other CEO who texted in who said it was a terrible idea to do this.
I think that's a great text message, Smiggy.
And then
Smiggy.
somebody else texted in and said, if Virginia doesn't want to do the makeup, the clown makeup, she has to wear the shot collar at dinner, and Jason gets to fire it 5 different times during the meal.
No, don't make me do that. I don't want to do that. No, honestly, I'm at a point now. Let's just go eat some dinner tonight. Let's go talk to the boss.
We'll see. We'll see. Coming up here in a couple minutes, I want to try something new here. Summertime is when we throw out the ideas, and some work, some absolutely do not. But yesterday, I was sitting and having some lunch with the parents, and a song came on. Dad's like, who is that? And I'm like, oh, I got this app. And so the song, of course, as soon as I get the app to fire up, the song ends.
Oh.
And so I'm like, you know what? You can actually sing into this app, too. And so I was trying to sing the song. Of course, that's not really working. I'm trying to sing the
What
best I
was
can.
the song?
It was Boz Scaggs' Lido.
Boss.
Lido.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I know how that goes.
Lido. Oh. It's one of those, like, if you go to, like,
yeah.
if you go to, it's like, if you go to one of those, like, salty sea bars in South Florida, it's kind of like one of those songs you hear on the classic rock playlist.
Yeah, I got in so much trouble at that one fancy golf course I used to work at. They had a suggestion box, and the boss took it really seriously. So I wrote the suggestion, we need to play more Boz Scaggs. And he was launching an investigation. Who wrote that? Who's not taking this game or the suggestion box seriously? Because of Boz Scaggs.
I gotta say, I didn't know who sang it at first, but I'm a big fan of that Lido song. It's very
Good
catchy.
song.
Very catchy, yes. So I started trying this app. I'm like, well, this app is garbage. It doesn't work. So I was kind of singing songs that I don't really know that well, and it was like, can't tell you what song it is. But then I started singing songs I knew really well, and it nailed it. So I'm like, okay, so that is the challenge. If you know a song pretty well, it actually does work.
Okay.
But you got to have a pretty good little song here. So what we're going to do is we're going to be drawing out random songs, and we got to sing it into the app. And we will see if the app can identify whether we get it or not.
But the goal is to get it.
Yes.
The one who gets it wins?
Or gets shocked.
Do you think like a song like, come on, ride that train, and ride it, would that pick it up, you think? Is that so popular enough?
I think it's popular enough. It's just how you sing it. That's what I found, because I tried some not as popular songs, sung well, and it was able to pick them up. I tried more popular songs that I didn't sing well, and it didn't. So it really is all about you. So, all right, we'll try it out here in just a second. See how well you can do. Denny's has got the songs. You're going to pull them out of a hat. We will keep score. Okay, let's see here. How well can you sing?
Oh, it's really all about the song you get.
It is about the song you get. I found it's how well you know the song. So
Right.
your knowledge of popular hit music is going to help you in this game here. Yeah.
Something tells me it's not going to be all Billy Joel and James Taylor, is it?
It is.
It would not be rigged in your favor.
No, it will not.
It is top 10 songs from the last 20 years, so it fits the format of this station. It's the
Okay.
biggest hits from the last 20 years.
They should all be recognizable.
Yeah.
Now, whether you can sing them, because I tried it out with none of the choices that are in here, but just other songs.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of nail it, otherwise it will not count.
So you can't miss a word is basically what you're saying.
It's more about, I think, the melody. If your melody's a little bit off.
It's got to be a really good representation of the song. When I tried it, when I felt like, okay, I just nailed that song, it would tell me what it was. When I'm like, kind of didn't really know it that well, it'd be like, can't identify the song.
Go in with confidence is what you're saying.
No, be good.
He's going in knowing he already rigged it.
Oh.
He's going to be fine.
It's going to be a real good day for the Kevin Ralston.
I can't imagine what he's going to pick. Something he knows by heart.
Let's
like
see.
In Sync or something.
Ricky's got a heart? I didn't know.
Okay. Song I pulled out here, it's Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake.
Oh, the ring is in.
Sexy back. Come on.
His favorite song.
Okay. All right. You get 10 seconds to sing this song, and we're going to find out if the app can identify what you're singing or not. Okay. All right. Tell me when to start here, Denny's. I'm going sexy back. Hey, them other boys don't know how to act. Hey, just get right down and get on your lap. Hey, I'm going with sexy back.
Were those the right words?
No.
I don't think so.
What did I say?
I don't know really the words to sexy back. It's searching. Ah, I didn't get it.
It didn't get it.
Dang it.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Gosh.
The summer of ring
That app
falls
is
flat.
terrible. It's the app.
Shock the world.
I mean, come on. You didn't get sexy back from that? I mean, I know it wasn't like dead on with the words, but
I mean, I thought that you did pretty good.
I did too. Maybe this app is lame.
This app is not
I
very
mean,
good, Kevin.
You said sexy back. It didn't get it.
I did try it with songs that I knew the words to, and it got it.
Yeah, I did it with 4 different songs, and it scored about 50%. But the ones that I didn't get, I did not know that well. So
Yeah,
I just went through a list.
If you know a song, you're going to get it. If you don't know it, you're not.
Okay, give me happy birthday.
Okay. All right, Virginia, what song did you get here?
I got Genie in a Bottle.
Okay. Let's see if the app will identify.
Now, should I
Virginia's
sing
singing.
the chorus or should I sing it from the beginning? Because I do love this song.
You do you.
You got 10 seconds.
Dig deep.
Whatever you think is a better strategy, Virginia. I got a thought on it, but I'm not going to tell you because it'll help you.
Come on, you
Okay,
old
all right.
meanie in a bottle. Let's do this.
Genie in a Bottle.
I'm a meanie in a bottle.
Rub me the right way.
Okay, let's see if Virginia can sing
Okay.
to be identified here.
I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Come on and let me out. I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. You better rub me the right way if you wanna get with me.
Okay.
Oh, Barry, you got
Is that
honey.
good enough for the app to identify it?
You got honey in them.
Searching. No!
Come on, Bird. Come on.
Oh, no matches.
Yeah.
What the hell? This app sucks.
This app does.
Well, yeah, honestly, I will tell you the one thing about the app, because you're using the app to try to find a song that you really don't know. So that purpose of the app, you're not going to know a song verbatim. So
Okay.
it's not.
We're going real punk rock. We got Avril Lavigne, Complicated.
Oh, there's a zero chance. There's zero chance.
All right.
In fact, I tell you, if you get this right, I will give you my pass for sudden death for the summer.
Okay. Oh, come on, Bird.
There's zero chance.
Channel Avril.
This is a great song.
All right, tell me when.
10 seconds.
Slow down, what you yelling for? Come on, you are such a whore. Don't you like to be my only one I need to see?
Zero chance. There's zero chance.
Come on.
No match. Not a match.
Should have went with the chorus. Why did I go with the
Zero
hook?
chance. Zero chance.
Don't know that song.
That was a tough one.
That's real tough.
Oh, I got Baby by Justin Timberlake.
Oh.
Or
Justin Bieber.
Give it to us.
Okay, Denny's 10 seconds singing Justin Bieber. Will the app identify his singing?
Baby, 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 oh baby, 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 oh baby, 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 oh baby. I think that's the chorus, right?
Why are you doing it? Like, oh, baby, baby.
Oh,
There's zero.
Zero matches.
man, we're gonna.
Maybe it's the app. It's not us.
Okay, now it might be. Now give it to Jaybird and sing a song that you know. What is the song you know better than any song on the planet?
We didn't start
And
the
sing
fire. I'll
chorus.
sing the beginning part of Harry.
Sing the chorus. Go the chorus of the song you know best.
Okay, how about we all sing Piano Man together?
I don't know if he'll pick it up.
Okay. Sing us the song, you're the piano man. Sing us the song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a memory.
Okay.
It should have got that, right?
You would think. Did it work?
This app
didn't
is
work.
I didn't
weak.
get it.
That
Come
does
on.
suck.
This is a dumb one. Is this like the low budget Shazam?
No, SoundHound actually says it'll get it based on
That's
you
terrible.
singing
I mean,
into
what a
it.
useless app. Because, yeah, I mean, if you couldn't get it, I mean, not to say that some of the songs were good, like, mine was good, but
Mine wasn't.
I kind of thought, even though the words were off, I thought my average was pretty spot on.
somebody's saying try Siri. Is Siri better than SoundHound?
Possibly.
Why you got to be so complicated? Okay.
Is that all you do? Just sing?
To hear that.
So you got to ask her first. You got to be like, hey, what song is this?
Okay.
Gosh, Siri is so demanding.
But that's the one I use personally. That
Okay.
one always gets it.
Is Siri? Because I'm gonna if that's that bad, I'm gonna delete this app because that's terrible.
I've never used SoundHound. I downloaded it for this. So and it worked this morning.
So if you want a music identification app, go with Siri because I turn that thing off because it's so annoying.
Siri, what song is this? I got that boom boom pow. I got that boom boom pow. 2008.
Buffering.
It's buffering. Please.
Sounds great on the radio.
We're live on the radio. Siri, really?
Have you ever once gotten Siri to work on the show?
I can't seem to recognize this song.
Wait, you put her on British?
I did.
You kinky little devil.
It turns him on.
Oh my god.
He likes a British accent.
I'm not denying any of this. Guilty as charged, Your Honor.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's what somebody's got a better one. Yeah, Siri annoys me. SoundHound is useless. There's got to be a better music app than the ones that are out there, right?
Again, too, my phone's not the best to use. I've spilled squirt in this, and I've also dropped it in cereal. So let's use Virginia's.
Yeah, you can use mine.
You do a song.
Does your Siri work?
Let me see. Hold
Try
on.
to see if that works better. Try the same. Try Genie. Try Meanie in a bottle.
Okay. Siri, what song is this? I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Come on and let me out.
That was pretty good.
That was.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let Me Love You by Mario.
All these are
It
terrible.
is
They're
not.
all
Bad.
awful. Why are these apps so terrible?
Let Me Love You by Mario.
Let me-
Who the hell is Mario?
Are you rigging this to make us all suck real bad?
Just how good am I? I've worked with all the apps, and the summer of rig is in full effect.
Summer Rig and Kevin's having a blast. Summer Rig and Kevin's tricking that ass. I met a boy who is so riggy. It's Kevin Ralston, his eyes are beady. KVJ is living through riggy days, and the audience thinks it's not right. Oh well, oh well, oh well, oh well.
Yep, there you go. Summer of rig, baby.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
They look bad. It's hard to explain. There's always a story behind it. Especially kind of where our society is now, too. We often think the worst. You see somebody with a black eye, and you're like, okay. What's going on there? They've got some problems in the home.
Oh, yeah. I mean, definitely somebody hit them.
Yep, there's something happened there. Yeah, I see that. I'm just like, oh, boy, this is awkward. I don't know what to do because it's so, I mean, you can't get around it. I mean, when you have a pronounced black eye, I mean, it's like, hello, it's there. It's like, do I address it? But if I address it, I might be digging up something else. Are they going to feel like they got to lie? They feel bad about it. I feel awkward for noticing. I don't know where to go with it. I hate when I see somebody with a black eye. I hate even more having a black eye because I know now wherever I go, people are looking at me and they're filling in the blanks to the story of how I got it.
The queen roughed him up,
Yeah.
and he deserved it.
Yeah. Well, based on what they know about you, they will have a story as to how you got it.
Maybe because I've had so many black eyes in my time, and I've gotten them from different ways, I don't look at black eyes that way.
Have you ever got a black eye from bedroom romping?
I have not. I don't think I have. I can't remember.
Don't think you have? Yeah, somebody said I got my black eye while getting it on roof. Oh, a roof, roof.
I actually
Yes.
got a black eye from a dog. A dog's snout gave me a black eye.
We were getting a little vigorous, didn't notice the bedpost, face got smacked right into it.
Oh.
Mind you, alcohol was involved. Next morning, big ol' shiner. I was punched in the face by the bedpost, going, roof, roof. See, that's just it. You're like, okay, how did this happen? Do you tell people that story? Do you not tell people that story? Do you make up a fake story, Virginia, if that's what happened to you?
I mean, if that's your truth, I think it's a great story, and I think you should wave that flag.
And it depends upon who you're running into. Your boss, you're not going to be going, so anyway, me and my guy, roof, right? Bedpost.
Maybe not the boss.
Okay.
Spare
Friends.
the details.
Yeah, friends maybe. Other times it looks bad. Somebody said, yeah, I got a black eye. I was jumping on the bed when I was a kid. And then a few weeks later, my little sister did the same thing. The neighbors definitely were looking at my parents a weird way.
Those kids are definitely...
Back-to-back weeks, their children have black eyes.
Their parents love to punch them.
DCF.
Oh, my gosh. And somebody said, I got a black eye from my toddler. I was reading him a book while he sat on my lap. And I tell you, I don't know what it is with kids. All of a sudden, they'll be calm and still. And then all of a sudden, they go, whoosh, and their head flies back. And it's the worst because when they hit you, small, tiny heads, but hard and powerful.
It is.
Right before Bigfoot got his first kidney during our kidney surgery, same thing that had happened to me when I was younger. I mean, it was hours before the surgery. His dog jumped up on him and his snout clipped him right in the eye. And so he goes into the hospital with this big old shiner. Like, what is going on with you, dude? Gotta watch animals.
Yeah.
Sports, too, can happen.
Absolutely. Gotten a ton of those, but I think it's all about the story that you get and what you're going to do. We got Skylar on here from Jensen Beach. It was a toddler that actually gave you your shiner. Skylar, how'd that happen?
Yes. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Yeah, so when my toddler, who is now 3, he was a little over 1, he has a bunch of those little people figurines.
Yeah.
And he loves to throw stuff. He throws everything. Well, I was sitting on the floor with him playing, and he chucks it right in the corner, or it hits me right in the corner of my eye. I had the worst black eye for over a week.
Oh.
I didn't want to go and it was for my toddler.
Yeah, I tell you, honestly, if you had to write it down, toddlers cause a lot of black eyes. And if they do that swing in the head back thing, it's the worst because as soon as you get hit, you're like you want to.
Your instant reaction is an eye for an eye. But you're like, no, I can't.
It's terrible.
I can't punch the toddler.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then it's like, what do you say? Yeah, there's a lot of all different kinds of accidents people are having. Some of them are good stories. Some of them are like, okay, this one you can respect. I got a black eye from opening a bottle of wine for my girlfriend. The bottle opener would snap back and hit me in the eye.
Ooh.
Champagne cork for another person got hit in the eye with the champagne cork, got a shiner from that. That's actually kind of one you're proud of. You might be like going, yeah,
You're lucky you didn't lose your eye. Those things
No, you're
come out
right.
with a force.
Yep.
Can you lose your eye from that?
Probably.
Are there stories of that?
I'm sure there are. You might have to Google it and see. But, I mean, those champagne corks come out sometimes viciously
Oh, yeah, they do.
with an agenda.
Absolutely, yeah. They're not playing. And sometimes you just have dumb reasons as to why you've got a black eye. Amanda's on here from West Palm Beach. How did you get a shiner other than being in a fight, Amanda?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
I love your show so much. I have been listening since high school. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, we love you.
Oh, so I don't really have that interesting of a story. It's kind of just me being a giant klutz. But it was one of those mornings where I woke up like, what year is it kind of morning?
Yes.
And my alarm was going off. And I just quickly went to go turn it off. And I smacked right into the side of my nightstand, like right in the corner of it.
Oh.
And I had the worst. I mean, it was probably a full month before it healed.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, it was so bad. And that day, I had a huge meeting with all my bosses, and I could not call out sick. There was just no amount of makeup in the world that was going to help me. So I walk into the meeting, and none of the guys were going to say anything, none of the male bosses. So finally, one of my female bosses just kind of cleared her throat and was like, did you walk into a door? I just had to sit there and say, No, I actually turned my alarm clock off and smacked the side of my nightstand. And my husband put, because I guess he was so sick of because he definitely got a lot of suspicious looks, after that.
Right.
So he put like one of those baby bumpers on the side of my nightstand. So now that's there. So
Aww, that was
What a
sweet.
sweet guy. Yeah.
But he doesn't get any suspicious looks anymore.
Yeah, he don't want the heat.
You're right. See, that is the tough part about it. It's the suspicious looks, and your story's got to be believable. Somebody believe it or not. Somebody had gone onto our Facebook page. We were talking about kids and dogs. Jennifer said horse threw his head back and smashed me in the face as we were about to go over a jump.
I can see that. Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine a shiner from a horse head?
That had to hurt.
I mean, I got pinned by a horse with all of its might, and I could not imagine. That was my chest. If that was my face, I don't think I'm here.
Yeah, that's crazy
yeah, that
stuff.
could crack your skull.
Definitely.
Okay. Got any other comments you want to add to it? You can go onto the KVJ Show Facebook page.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Yeah. Got the freaks out in South Florida. Our first guy's from North Lauderdale. I don't know what he was thinking, but those security cameras that you got down your driveways, front door, they're catching a lot of odd behavior here.
Yes, I love it. I'm thinking about putting one in because I just want to see what goes on.
Yeah. And we were talking yesterday, we were reading one of those things from, what is it, Nextdoor? A lot of these neighborhood social media pages now.
Nextdoor is one of them, yeah.
Imagine this Nextdoor conversation about this guy. He was one of the neighbors, and they looked at their video in North Lauderdale, and they saw, hey, that's our neighbor in our driveway. Why is he taking his shirt off? Oh, my goodness, he's pooping.
He's pooping.
Yeah,
He took his shirt off and then he left him a present?
Yeah, and he left behind a shirt.
Oh, he wiped with it.
Yeah, and then he had been in his car, and then he drove over the pile on his way pulling out of the driveway.
Okay, so this is a whole thing. This is a ritual, routine.
Yeah, it's all on security camera. Now it's just a matter of time before they catch up with the neighbor and be like,
so weird.
Why did you pull your car into the neighbor's driveway, take off your shirt, take a poo, then run over it?
Oh, you know why. He's sending a message. They're clearly having some kind of a fight.
Clearly there's beef, so he left them some beef.
That's a topic yesterday we had too. I'm like, we're finding way too much. We're using it too frequently.
People know, though, that that's one of those moves where as soon as you walk and see it, you're like, son of a biscuit, I've been had.
Gosh. This guy from Hialeah, very creative. You know, he got pulled over by the cops. He's doing 80 miles an hour in a 45.
Okay, that's a little much.
Then you can go to jail for that.
Yeah, you can.
Well, you can go to jail for that and go to jail for the warrant that they already had for your arrest anyway. So he's got a double whammy. And then on top of it, they find 3 pounds of meth.
Dude.
In his car. But it's not what you think. It's not what you think. I know it looks bad, but the meth he was using to filter pools. It was a pool filter. You know, because pools get dirty. And
it's like chlorine?
Oh, yeah, I guess. You know, it's like, you know, got to clean your pool, right? I didn't know meth is apparently really good at cleaning pools. Oddly enough, they didn't believe him. And they found even more drugs when they looked in a black bag in the trunk. So he's looking at a lot of charges.
Dude, you did it all wrong.
Did it all wrong.
Every bit of it.
A lot of dumb crooks in the whacked out news today, too. An attempted robbery at a bar in Minnesota fell apart when the people there realized the robber's gun was actually air freshener.
I'm still probably nervous, though.
Not as scared of Febreze.
Even if they're robbing me with Febreze, I'm like, all right, here's the money. It's just, I don't want anything to do with this.
Obviously, yes, you got nothing to lose.
Okay, you might be the easiest, Mark.
I would be the easiest person to rob and murder.
Aw.
I would be.
And here's a little note to you. If you're hard up for the booze and you think, there's a bartending school just down the street, here's the thing to know. Because apparently a bunch of burglars in Vancouver found out the hard way when they stole a bunch of bottles that was actually filled with fake liquor. They don't train with the real stuff.
Aha! That's awesome.
This vodka tastes a lot like water.
Ow.
people in a town in Germany where they're having this Nazi and white supremacist music festival had a good idea how to kind of undermine their fun.
You're allowed to have that?
That is weird.
I didn't know that because I thought that...
Who would give that a permit?
Well, I thought
and then you shut it down for not having a permit.
I thought the Nazi party was outlawed in Germany, so I'm surprised by this story. So yeah, I thought you couldn't even do anything like that. But apparently it's still not very accepted, thankfully. And they said, okay, for whatever reason, they're still going to be having this music festival, and they couldn't get it shut down any other way. So they're like going, okay, well, what would ruin the fun? So they had an idea. They went to the person who was supplying all the booze, and they bought it ahead of time. So when it came time for the festival, the skinhead showed up and like going, all right, let's get some beer. And they're like going, there's no beer. What do you mean there's no beer? Somebody already bought it. They bought all the alcohol for the entire festival, so it was a completely dry festival. People got discouraged and left.
Wow.
I guess that's what you do. I don't know.
But it's weird that it was allowed to even go down.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was completely outlawed in Germany, so I'm surprised by that story. 10 recruits for the Philadelphia Police Department resigned last week. They were caught cheating on a test, and here's what's amazing about it. It was an open book test.
Oh, yeah, I saw this. They all got busted, man.
Yeah, it's pretty
How do you
amazing.
get busted cheating on an open book?
It's an open book test. Well, it's an open book, so you can find the answers yourself, but you can't then ask someone for the answers. That's how you get busted.
One of the members of that platoon had obtained the answers to the test, which, by the way, would have been an open book test anyway. He obtained the answers to the test and began distributing them to several of his classmates. This was detected by another recruit who immediately reported it to his superiors. An investigation was subsequently launched within the police academy. That investigation determined that a total of 10 recruits had obtained the answers to the test. We believe that the first recruit I described distributed it to the remaining 9.
Okay, there you go. That's how you get busted cheating on an open book test.
I mean, they didn't even want to do the work.
Yeah.
Bye. Mm-hmm. You are not cut out for the military.
This would probably fit your definition of hot and crazy. The 21-year-old Hooters 5th runner-up in the Miss Hooters of Tennessee pageant just got arrested earlier this month for destroying her boyfriend's home after he broke up with her. What did he do?
What did he do besides break up with her, though? Like, did he cheat on her and then break up with her?
It's a great question, Virginia.
She may have been justified in her actions. I'd like to hear all the details.
Well, she's facing vandalism and felony aggravated burglary charges.
She sounds like a fun girl.
Does she? I don't know. Does she sound fun, Kev?
And would it help her defense if she showed up in her Hooters uniform to court?
Probably not.
I don't think it would help.
Yeah.
Now, if it was a kangaroo court, it would be amazing. Yes.
If it was KVJ court?
KVJ court.
She wins.
She wins.
She wins.
Well, speaking of kangaroos, oddly enough, one was spotted hopping across a walking bridge in Wisconsin.
Really?
Can't play with some of those kangaroos. Some of them will jack you up.
Was it somebody's like pet that got loose?
I think they're still trying to figure out what it was and who owns it and where it came from.
Huh.
But yeah, I don't think they necessarily know yet. So there you go. But some very bizarre stories in your whacked out news today. Well, we were asking earlier if the sudden death idea that one of our listeners gave us, that we should have to wear clown makeup to an awkward social situation, which is a great idea. And we're not going to have a more potentially awkward situation than having your first dinner with the new CEO of the new company.
The possible most awkwardest.
Yes. So, good idea or not? So, we got a ton of texts, a lot of calls, a lot of opinions on it. And we asked, should the loser, which now we found out would be Virginia, have to wear clown makeup to our first big meeting with our corporate CEO tonight?
Doesn't feel rigged at all.
Good idea, bad idea? The outcome, I thought, was...
You know how I feel. I think everyone's overthinking this. I don't think this is a big deal. But then again, I'm goofy guy. I just ran a naked mile in front of a bar full of people. Maybe I'm the wrong guy to ask.
True. Well, according to the audience right now on the Facebook poll we have going on, the KVJ Show page, 62% of people think it is a bad idea. Don't do it.
Thank goodness.
I knew that was going to happen anyway.
We'll see. You know, but that's what the audience says.
When are you calling it, Riggy? Come on now.
It might be a game time decision. I
You're
don't know.
giving me heart palpitations.
Here's the thing Riggy does not want. Above anything else, he does not want a pissy-ass Virginia tonight, tomorrow, and the remainder of the week. And neither do I.
I'll tell you this. You will find out tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. whether or not Virginia did pay off her sudden death tonight, or if we took the audience's advice and realize that it was a super bad idea. Don't do it because we could get fired.
We're not going to get fired
Or
for that.
at least it would not be good for future business negotiations with said new company.
Just like everything in your life, Kevin, you need to listen to your wife.
Happy life.
Your wife chimed in her opinion.
Okay.
She thought the risk was not worth the reward. I believe the exact quote from the Mexican Queen was that it might fall flat.
Or should you listen to your side piece, the Birdman? I don't know.
I'm still seeking counsel on this. Still have to find out some
You're
things.
going to
so-
be seeking counsel.
Yes.
I'll predict it right now.
You're going to be seeking legal counsel when you get us fired and then your wife leaves you.
Deep down, me and Kevin are very scared of you, Virginia.
All right, coming up here in just a couple minutes, we got meet and greet passes for the Goo Goo Dolls when they come to Coral Sky Amphitheater on July 6th. They're going to be there with Train. You can meet the Goo Goo Dolls, though.
That's fancy.
Oh, it is. It's good stuff.
Backstage, like taking pictures with them.
Didn't you meet Train?
I did. I like that Pete Moynihan. Is that his name?
Big fan.
Is that his name? What's his name?
Pete Moynihan. I love Train.
I love him so much.
They're so good. You didn't know the lead singer's name.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, big fan. Patrick Monahan.
Patrick Monahan. Sorry. My bad.
Coming up here in a couple of minutes. Yeah. How you doing with the Goo Goo Dolls? Johnny and Rob? No? Okay.
Johnny Raznick?
Johnny Resnick, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Very nice, yeah. Lead singer of the Goo Goo Dolls. That's who you get to meet. Well, coming up here in just a second, we got the Rotten Tomatoes game. Big movies like Toy Story 4 opened up this last weekend.
Oh, this is the Birds game.
Yeah. So
I don't know. You keep saying that. I don't do that well with it.
yeah, you actually ruined it for the person last week.
I've ruined it 2 weeks in a row, actually.
Yeah. I want to play along. Should you listen to the Bird, yes or no? Do you know movies and how much people like them? Dial us up, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. We'll play next.
KVJ Show is all over social media. Find us Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Summertime is a good time to check out some movies, maybe ones you haven't seen in a while. I just watched Forrest Gump over the weekend for the first time in probably 20 years. Then again, you realize that movie's now 25 years old?
Wow.
Right?
We're old.
I gotta tell you, it was great though. I don't know why I've been hesitant over the last 25 years to really rewatch it. I haven't watched it much since then. I'm like going, gosh, what a good movie that is. I mean, to me, that stood up to the test of time. So I was like, okay. And Tom Hanks, I've fallen all in love with him again. And I'd go see Toy Story just because it's Tom Hanks. I love him to death, Virginia. Got Jared on here from Boca. What's up, Jared?
Good morning, guys.
How you doing, bud?
I'm doing very well. Actually, I played hooky from work today, so I'm having a fantastic day.
Ooh.
Oh, you did. What are you doing on your day off from work now that you've taken it?
Yard work.
Okay. That's exciting stuff. Played hooky to do yard work.
That is
Yeah,
fun.
well,
If you have a bunch of yard work to do and you're like, I have an extra bonus day.
Okay.
I guess I'm old. That's exciting
And
to
a
me.
cold beer. I can drink cold beer while I'm doing yard work. I can't drink cold beer at work.
Good
That's
point.
true.
Are you coming out to Barrel of Monks with me on Thursday?
Actually, yes, I am. I was planning on going and seeing you there. I actually am a Brotherhood member at the at Monks, so I will be there.
Oh,
All right.
Look at you two.
Oh, yeah. No, he's got the hookup. You want
And,
the inside trek.
If I can interject my opinion, your Wednesday game, I didn't think it was a good idea to do clown makeup with the CEO until Virginia lost. Now I think it's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, no, you're right. I agree with you, sir.
It really does change the whole game, doesn't it?
does.
Yeah.
You just lost a little bit of your
It
charm,
changed my
sir.
whole opinion.
I think a lot of people feel that way, yeah.
Could you imagine tonight if she really has to go to dinner and clown makeup? Have fun with that. Try to unpack that mentally for a second.
working through all options
Kevin,
here.
you are so scared of her.
Working through all options here.
You should be more scared of ruining your career than of me.
This is not going to ruin our career, but I also don't want to deal with a very sore Virginia. I can't. No.
Okay.
I can't do it.
Well, what we got here is the Rotten Tomatoes game. You guess which one of these two movies has the higher audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Jaybird is here to help you out, Jared, should you choose to take it. He is right about 30% of the time.
Oh.
Just kidding.
I think you're kind of accurate.
Okay, I'm going to throw
I
out.
remember last week.
Yes, last week he took him down.
I'll be on point. I'm sleeping slightly better this week. I'm really not, but okay, I'll try harder.
Okay. Well, since I talked about Tom Hanks and you're not sleeping better, Sleepless in Seattle, Tom Hanks movie versus When Harry Met Sally. What has the higher audience score on Rotten Tomatoes?
It's easy.
What is it?
It's Harry Met Sally.
It is.
Absolutely.
Over Sleepless in Seattle?
With confidence. You gave me Sleepless in Seattle the other day. I remember the number. It's yes.
Okay. All right. What do you think, Jared? Do you agree?
No, I'm going to go Sleepless in Seattle is better than Harry Met Sally.
Okay. Should you listen to Jay Bird? You actually should have. It is When Harry Met Sally has 89% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Sleepless in Seattle 75.
Yeah, I told you.
Okay. All right.
Kind of in the zone today,
Well,
Jerry.
Maybe it's Jared.
Jared.
Jerry.
You're right in that zone.
I'm in that zone.
You're in that zone.
Not the listening zone.
Maybe you should go to Virginia on this one, possibly.
Oh.
Rotten Tomatoes, audience score, Pulp Fiction or Silence of the Lambs. Jaber, what do you think?
It's definitely Silence of the Lambs.
I would say Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
It is definitely Silence of the Lambs. Don't listen to Virginia. Her answer is bad.
Okay, Jerry, what do you think here?
Jerry.
Pulp Fiction is more of a cult, I think, cult classic. I'm going to have to go Silence of the Lambs for its broader audience.
Okay, that's the one you said, Jay Bird?
It's with confidence.
With confidence.
Oh,
Told y'all.
Pulp Fiction's 96, Silence of the Lambs 95% audience score. Okay. All right, well, we'll get it on track here. First two.
You love those 1% ones, don't you, Riggy? You
He
love to
does.
just throw those mind games at it.
You're so close to failure.
Yeah, it is.
He loves to see you fail.
And it's so weird. As soon as I answer, I know whether I get it right or not by his smug face. He can't help it when it's wrong. His face just lights up.
So excited.
It does.
It's so excited.
He loves hitting that button.
It's so fun, Virginia. I just want to keep hitting it. It's just so fun.
He loves it.
Okay, what about this? Wedding Crashers or Anchorman? What do you think, Jared?
Anchorman.
He's jumping on
Anchorman
Anchorman. Do you
by
agree?
Anchorman.
Are you saying that? Jaber, do you agree with that?
It's Wedding Crashers.
It is.
For that higher score, yeah, it is.
Okay, is Jared right over you, Jaber? He is. Oh! You know, actually, that's fun to hit, too.
So, Jerry, you got that one?
Jared.
Jerry.
Jared. Anchorman is 86%. Wedding Crashers is 70.
Wow.
I know, right? Okay. And one more bonus one here.
Okay, get there.
Okay, what do you think? Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, The Terminator or Predator, higher audience score?
Terminator, without a doubt.
Okay, what do you think here, Jared?
I'm going to have to go Predator.
Oh, Jerry, I'm telling you, this one I feel so strongly about. It's definitely Terminator, but if you want to go against the grain.
Okay, it is The Terminator. Jared got it. Yep, 89 to 87%. Okay. I felt like you're about 50-50 today, Jay
I'm
Bird.
getting better, getting stronger.
Okay. All right, well, we're going to hook you up with a nice little consolation prize, okay, Jared? And then I will see you on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Okay, enjoy that yard work.
Oh, yes. All in this wonderful South Florida 130-degree heat.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, you better keep hydrated with those beers.
Yeah.
So he didn't win, and he's got to go do lawn work, and he's going to go meet you?
I think meeting is
That's kind of all right. I don't know if he's going to go now. It's like, Ricky made me lose. I'm not going.
Screw that guy. Yeah, it's going to be Thursday night, 5 to 7. I'm going to be at Barrel of Monks in Boca, hanging with Jared. We're going to be doing discounted Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest general admission tickets. It's going to be $40 for that, so you're going to save a good little chunk of money.
What are the tickets normally?
I think at least 45 is how they are starting out. So you're going to save $5 a ticket. So if you get a pair, you'll save $10.
Okay.
Just like that, which will actually just buy you a beer at Barrel of Monks or two.
I love it.
So that's probably the plan. So you'll get bonus beers. You come out to Barrel of Monks. Plus, they got a $10 taco and a beer special going on. So
And
the money you save, you can use for your taco and beer special.
They're really nice people, too.
They are fantastic.
I like them.
They loaded up the entire KVJ beer fridge. It's
Oh.
Barrel of Monks just pouring out of that thing right now. We got so much to drink.
Podcast today. What do y'all think?
Go check it out. There's a great selection of Barrel of Monks beer back
No,
there.
you are not going to dinner with our CEO hungover.
Can I have my fun friend Virginia back? My gosh, the quest has shook you, dog.
You can drink tomorrow.
Oh.
You can't take off one day.
Give me a break. I can do 5 whiskeys, I'll be at my prime, never even know I'm drinking.
Lord help us. Lord help us.
Well, as Denny's being called out here, I guess that's probably what you would say Engineer Keith is doing. GMO mania. Denny's made a big old case about how we're modifying plants to kind of deal with the pesticides that we're spraying on to make them stronger and resistant to the pesticides. And
yes.
Meanwhile, we're creating a food that leaves little remnants that we just can't quite get out of our systems that's not good for us.
I mean, Engineer Keith is smart. He's got engineer in his name.
Yeah, dude, this email's great.
Denny's is smart. Don't say it, but Engineer Keith is smarter. Denny's is our boy.
I'm just...
Well, I'm just telling you what he's saying, Denny. Slow your roll on the anti-GMO talk. For centuries, humans have been genetically modifying food and other organisms through breeding. Genetic change via advanced methods allows for faster adaptation to increasingly variable climate and pest threats. And instead of waiting for some unknown number of generations through breeding corn or soy to adapt to the latest pest, whole crops can be saved in 1 or 2 generations. And he gives you a podcast he wants you to check out to change your opinion on GMOs.
Denny's, what the hell do you have to say?
Well, he's talking about organic breeding, us changing organically. So the base of genetic modifying is the organicness, if it's an organic being. So when you're putting something unorganic in your body, we just don't know the effects of it yet. I get it
like,
with breeding
we need
dogs.
to have a GMO off, doesn't it?
So
well, I
take
get breeding.
that, Engineer Keith.
Well, I get
Ain't
breeding.
backing down.
Breeding dogs, cross-germinating plants, all that stuff could be considered, I guess, genetic modifications because we're modifying how the genetics were originally. But none of it's unorganic. That's where my big flaw is in it.
Do you want to get in the lab, do a little rap against GMOs, against Engineer Keith? I don't know.
A lot of things rhyme with GMO.
You're right.
I get what he's saying.
Things rhyme with it.
Well, you can see why we do it. I mean, it's cheaper crops. They sell designer crops that are not going to be killed by the bugs. And they're already ready to go, and farmers can sell things for less money. Everybody wants food for less money. That's why the organic stuff's so expensive, because they have to fight off all this stuff by
Do
not
you
genetically
think
modifying.
Engineer Keith is being sent by somebody who's paying him off to speak positively?
That's always the argument.
Who does he engineer for?
That's the argument with the lobbyists going into the forums.
So
I know who Denny's works for.
Mm.
Truth.
I just want everybody to eat healthy. So, I mean, it's still very young. So, I mean, saying that it's detrimental to you is tough to say. But I'm just saying, if you look at the studies and the different diseases and the things going on, there is a parallel to be drawn. And it's such a new research that we have no way of proving.
Come on, sing it with it. Hell no to GMO. Hell no to GMO.
Yeah, I don't hear him backing down.
Yeah. Where's your song, Engineer Keith?
Well, I get it. The crossbreeding is great. I mean, like he said in the article, there's, it leads to new breeds of dogs. Everything, I guess you could say, is derived from the wolf gene, and it's been pacified over to domestic. I get all that he said. I'm just saying about the unorganic. The unorganic is my problem.
I like how Denny's wasn't shook.
Somebody gave a strong argument in a text. They said, leave GMO alone, Denny's. It gave us cotton candy flavored grapes. I mean, I hear those things are amazing, actually.
Oh, you used to eat an apple. By the time you're done biting it, it would be turning brown. Now you can leave an apple on the counter for 45 minutes and it won't even change color.
I don't know. I'm kind of on the GMO side now. I kind of like it.
There's a lot of nice things about it. You can see why people turn to them, but it doesn't freak you out at all.
Yeah, Captain Crunch I was eating yesterday, and it said something like modified genetically.
Partially modified?
Yeah, it was like in a lab. I'm like, I'm eating lab Captain Crunch.
This is the problem. The corn, it's a designer corn. They're buying it.
Virginia likes designer.
Oh, they love designer corn at the
No,
Costa.
I do not want designer food. I want my organic, free of any crazy chemicals or anything that's going to make me sick.
She still sounds kind of stuck up, though, when she says that.
I will pay more, too. I have no problem paying more to eat cleaner.
And by the way, if anyone else goes to Whole Foods, can I go with you so you can help me? I was so confused.
I'll go, but
absolutely.
you better bring your damn wallet because it is not cheap.
That's the big knock.
After the show podcast going to be coming up here live on YouTube in just about 10-15 minutes. We'll get to that. On our way there, though, Jaybird gives us a thought.
We are addicted to our thoughts. We cannot change anything if we cannot change our thinking.
Powerful.
Looking for some KVJ merchandise and swag? Go to kvjshow.com and click KVJ Gear.